Hello, everyone. Welcome to Plain English Podcast. Here we learn English in a simple, easy yours. Subscribe now and let's start learning together.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Plain English Podcast. My name is Emily.
And I'm David. Today, we're going to talk about helping other people and why volunteering is so important.
That's right. We're going to discuss volunteering and how we can help people who may not have as much as we do.
Yes, volunteering is a wonderful way to give back to the community and show kindness to others.
Today's lesson is for intermediate learners, so we'll explain some useful vocabulary along the way.
Before we begin the main conversation, let's look at a phrase in our vocabulary preview.
In today's vocabulary preview, we have the noun soup kitchen.
A soup kitchen is a place where volunteers prepare and serve free meals to people who cannot afford to buy food.
It's usually organized by charities or community groups.
And many people who are struggling financially go there to get a warm meal.
So today, our story takes place at a soup kitchen.
We're going to listen to two people talking while volunteering there. Thanks a lot for pitching in again, Emily. We really appreciate your help here.
Oh, it's no problem at all, David. I'm always happy to help.
At this time of year, more and more people are struggling to make ends meet.
That's really sad to hear, but I'm glad we can do something to support them.
There aren't many professional chefs who are willing to volunteer their time like you.
Don't exaggerate, David. I just enjoy cooking and helping people at the same time.
Volunteering here must take a lot of your free time.
It does, but it's very rewarding. I feel happy when I see people enjoying the food.
The people who come here have fallen on hard times.
Yes, and sometimes a hot, delicious meal can really lift their spirits.
That soup smells amazing, Emily.
Thank you, David. I hope everyone likes it.
Here you go, sir. Please enjoy your meal.
Yes, we hope you have a wonderful meal today.
Excuse me, Emily. Is that David? What are you doing here?
David? I didn't expect to see you here.
David? I just came to get some food. I'll have a little of everything, please.
David, this place is for people who truly need help. You're not homeless.
I know, but I really miss your cooking.
This isn't funny. The soup kitchen is meant to support people who are struggling.
All right. Let's talk about some useful vocabulary from this conversation.
The first phrase is to pitch in.
To pitch in means to help or contribute to a group effort.
For example, everyone pitched in to prepare the meal.
It's a very common phrase in everyday English.
Yes, and we often use it when talking about teamwork or volunteering. That's right. The phrase is to pitch in. When you pitch in, it simply means you help with something.
Exactly. It's another way of saying to help or to contribute. For example, I could say, "Hey, Emily, could you pitch in and help me finish this report?"
Yes, and that sounds very natural in everyday English. It's friendly and informal.
So if you pitch in, you are giving your time, effort, or sometimes even money to support something.
That's correct. It's a very common and colloquial phrase, especially in conversations about teamwork or volunteering.
For example, everyone pitched in to clean the park on Saturday.
That's a great example. It shows cooperation and shared responsibility.
Now let's move on to another important word, generous.
Generous is an adjective we use to describe someone who likes to give or share with others.
Yes, a generous person might give money to charity or help people in need without expecting anything in return.
Not only people can be generous, an action or a donation can also be generous.
For instance, Mother Teresa of Calcutta is often described as a very generous person because she dedicated her life to helping the poor.
And Warren Buffett is another example. He is known for donating a large portion of his fortune to charity.
Both are great examples of generosity, even though they helped in different ways.
So when someone gives away money, time, or resources to help others, we call that person generous.
Now, let's talk about another expression, the less fortunate.
In English, we usually avoid saying poor people because it can sound rude or insensitive.
That's right. Instead, we often say the less fortunate, which sounds more respectful.
The phrase less fortunate suggests that someone has fewer opportunities or resources in life.
For example, you could say, many organizations work to support the less fortunate in our community.
Exactly. It focuses on the situation, not on judging the person.
And the word fortunate itself means lucky.
Yes, if you say, I'm very fortunate, it means you feel lucky or blessed.
So if someone is less fortunate, it means they have less luck or fewer advantages in life.
Another word we often use is needy.
Needy comes from the verb to need. A needy person needs help, money, food, or other basic things.
For example, the charity collects clothes for needy families.
But the word needy can also have a different meaning.
Yes, sometimes if we describe a person as needy, it can mean they need too much attention.
For example, someone might say, "He's very needy. He always wants attention."
In that case, it can have a slightly negative meaning.
So the meaning depends on the context.
Finally, let's talk about the word homeless.
Homeless literally means without a home.
A homeless person does not have a permanent place to live.
Many homeless people live on the streets or in temporary shelters.
In winter, being homeless can be especially dangerous because of the cold weather.
That's why many communities try to help the homeless by providing shelters and soup kitchens.
For example, you could say, the city opened a new shelter for the homeless.
Yes, and soup kitchens often serve homeless people as well as others who are struggling financially.
So today, we've learned several useful words and phrases: pitch in, generous, less fortunate, needy, and homeless.
These are very common expressions, especially when talking about volunteering and helping others.
Now, let's listen to the dialogue one more time and pay attention to how these words are used in context.
And after that, we'll come back with our Fluency Builder section to help you practice speaking naturally.
Thanks a lot for pitching in once again, Emily. We truly appreciate your help and dedication.
It's really no trouble at all, David. I'm always happy to lend a hand whenever I can.
Especially at this time of year, there seem to be more and more people who are struggling to make ends meet.
Yes, I've noticed that too. Many families are having a hard time paying for basic necessities like rent and groceries.
There aren't many professional chefs like you who are so generous with their time.
Oh, don't say that. I'm more than happy to donate my time to a good cause like this.
Volunteering here must take a lot of effort.
It does, but it's incredibly rewarding. I find it very satisfying to prepare good meals for those who are less fortunate.
I can imagine. Providing a warm meal can really comfort someone who is going through a difficult period.
Exactly. I feel like I'm making a difference, even if it's just in a small way.
Your skills are definitely appreciated here. Many of the people who come here have fallen on hard times.
Yes, and sometimes a hot, delicious meal can truly bolster their spirits and give them hope.
Wow, that smells amazing. The needy are certainly lucky to have you cooking for them.
Thank you, David. That means a lot to me.
Here you go, ma'am. Please enjoy your meal.
We hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, my dear. This looks absolutely lovely.
You're very welcome, sir.
Emily, look over there. Isn't that David? What is he doing here?
David? I haven't seen him since our divorce was finalized. This is surprising.
Hello, Emily. I'll have a little of everything, please. It all smells fantastic.
David, seriously? Why are you here? This place is meant for people who are homeless or truly in need.
Don't be upset, Emily. I just really miss your home cooking.
This isn't a joke. There are people here who genuinely need this support.
All right, we're back. In today's Fluency Builder section, we have 3 important phrases to discuss.
Yes, let's take a closer look at them one by one.
Our first phrase comes from the beginning of the dialogue, to make ends meet.
This phrase can be confusing because the literal meaning doesn't clearly explain the idea.
That's true. If you imagine a piece of string, to make a circle, you have to connect the 2 ends together.
In financial terms, those ends represent the money you earn and the money you spend.
Exactly. If you earn $10 but spend $15 on rent and food, you cannot make ends meet.
So when someone cannot make ends meet, it means they are spending more money than they earn, even on basic necessities.
And those necessities include things like housing, electricity, heating, and groceries.
On the other hand, if someone says, I can make ends meet, it means they earn enough to cover their essential expenses.
For example, I could say, after getting a better job, I'm finally able to make ends meet.
That means you are financially stable enough to support yourself.
Now, let's move on to another common phrase, to make a difference.
This phrase means to have a positive impact or to change a situation for the better.
When you volunteer or help someone in need, you are making a difference in their life.
Even small actions like serving a warm meal can make a difference.
In the United States, this phrase is extremely popular in conversations about charity and community service.
For example, someone might say, I volunteer because I want to make a difference in my community.
It doesn't always mean changing the whole world.
Exactly. Sometimes making a difference simply means improving one person's day or giving them hope.
And that's what volunteering at a soup kitchen is all about. Helping others, supporting the less fortunate, and making a difference, even in small ways. Our first phrase comes from the beginning of the dialogue, when David mentioned that some people are struggling to make ends meet.
Yes, so the phrase we're focusing on is to make ends meet.
At first, this expression sounds confusing because the literal meaning doesn't clearly explain the idea.
That's true. If you look at the words individually, it's hard to guess the meaning.
So what does to make ends meet actually mean?
Well, imagine you have a piece of string. If you want to turn that string into a circle, you have to connect the two ends together.
That's a helpful image.
Now think of those two ends as your income and your expenses.
So one end represents the money you earn,
And the other end represents the money you spend on things like rent, food, and bills.
If you earn $10 per week but spend $15 on basic necessities, you can't connect the two ends.
Exactly. And that means you cannot make ends meet.
So not being able to make ends meet means you spend more money than you earn.
And we're not talking about luxury items like expensive cars or big-screen TVs.
We're talking about essential expenses like housing, electricity, heating, and groceries.
On the other hand, if I say I've been able to make ends meet for the past few years, it means I earn enough money to cover my basic needs.
So to make ends meet means to successfully pay for your necessities.
And if someone can't make ends meet, it means they can't support themselves financially.
That's right. It's a very common phrase when talking about financial struggles.
Now let's move on to our next phrase, to make a difference.
This is another very popular expression, especially in the United States.
Yes, people often say they want to make a difference, but the phrase can feel a little unclear at first.
In general, to make a difference means to have a positive impact on someone or something.
It usually means doing something good that improves a situation.
For example, celebrities sometimes use their fame and money to make a difference in the world.
Other people might make a difference by volunteering at a homeless shelter or a soup kitchen.
Even small actions can make a difference.
That's true. If you recycle regularly, you can say you are making a difference in the environment.
Or if you tutor a child after school, you are making a difference in that child's life.
The phrase almost always has a positive meaning.
So when we say volunteering helps us make a difference, we mean it creates positive change, even in a small way.
Now let's look at our final phrase for today, to fall on hard times.
In the dialogue, we said that many people who come to the soup kitchen have fallen on hard times.
So, what exactly are hard times?
Hard times are periods of difficulty, especially financial difficulty.
For example, losing your job, going bankrupt, or facing large medical bills could all be considered hard times.
The verb to fall suggests going from a better situation to a worse one.
Yes, it gives the idea that you were once stable or comfortable, but then something happened and your situation became difficult.
So if someone falls on hard times, it means they are now struggling, especially with money.
For example, you could say, after the company closed, many workers fell on hard times.
Or, he fell on hard times after losing his business.
It's a fixed expression, so we usually say he fell on hard times or they have fallen on hard times.
And it often explains why someone might need help from a shelter or a soup kitchen.
Exactly. It reminds us that difficult situations can happen to anyone.
And that's why volunteering and helping others is so important. That's right.
And there's one more phrase from the dialogue that deserves a little extra attention.
Yes, we heard the verb to bolster.
To bolster means to support, strengthen, or improve something.
In the dialogue, we said that a delicious hot meal can really bolster their spirits.
That means the meal can make them feel better emotionally.
Exactly. It can lift their spirits and give them hope.
So when we say to bolster their spirits, we mean to make them feel happier or more positive.
For example, you could say, "Her kind words bolstered my confidence before the interview."
That's a great example. It shows emotional support.
So remember, to bolster usually means to improve something in a supportive way.
And it's often used with words like confidence, morale, or spirits.
Very good. That wraps up our key phrases for today.
We've covered a lot of useful vocabulary about volunteering and helping others.
These expressions are great for everyday conversations with friends, family, or coworkers.
Now let's listen to the dialogue again, and then we'll come back to talk a little more.
All right, we're back. So, David, let me ask you something. Have you ever done any volunteer work?
Yes, I actually have. I've done quite a bit of volunteer work over the years.
That's wonderful. What kind of volunteer work have you done?
When I was living in Chicago in the United States, I used to volunteer at a homeless shelter.
That sounds meaningful. What exactly did you do there?
Every Thursday, I would cook food at home and bring it to the shelter.
So you prepared the meals yourself and then delivered them?
Yes, that's right. The shelter had a kitchen, but they relied heavily on food donations because so many people came there for meals.
That must have required a lot of time and effort.
It did, but it felt worthwhile. I usually made dishes like lasagna or pasta because they're filling and most people enjoy them.
That sounds delicious. Did you only bring food or did you also spend time there?
Once a month, I would stay and help serve the food as well.
That's great. Serving the food probably allowed you to interact more with the people there.
Absolutely. After serving, I would often sit down and talk with some of the people.
I imagine many of them appreciated that.
Yes, many people in homeless shelters feel very lonely. Some arrive alone, and others might be single parents with young children.
So just having someone sit and listen to them can make a big difference.
Exactly. Sometimes people don't just need food. They need conversation and kindness too.
That's such an important point. Volunteering isn't only about giving material things.
It's also about giving your time, attention, and compassion.
And those small acts of kindness can truly bolster someone's spirits.
That's right. Even a simple conversation can help someone feel valued and respected.
Thank you for sharing that experience, David. It's very inspiring.
Thank you, Emily. I really believe that when we help others, we also grow as individuals.
That's really interesting, David. I honestly believe that volunteering is much more effective than simply giving money to people.
I understand what you mean. Giving money can help in the short term, but giving your time and energy can create a deeper impact.
Exactly. When you volunteer, you connect with people directly and understand their situation better.
And that personal connection can truly make a difference, just like we heard in the dialogue.
Yes, because volunteering is not just about solving a problem temporarily. It's about building relationships and showing compassion.
I also think volunteering benefits the volunteer, not just the people receiving help.
That's a very good point. How do you think it benefits the volunteer?
Well, it changes your perspective on poverty and on humanity in general.
That's true. You begin to realize that anyone can face difficult circumstances.
Exactly. You might meet someone who was a successful banker 2 years ago, and now he doesn't even have a home.
That really makes you reflect on your own life and feel grateful for what you have.
It reminds you that life can change quickly and that we should treat everyone with kindness and respect.
So, volunteering has a positive effect on everyone involved.
Yes, it benefits both the person receiving help and the person giving it.
I completely agree. It's a very rewarding experience.
And here at Plain English Podcast, we definitely encourage people to volunteer and try to make a difference.
We truly believe that when we help each other, we create a stronger and more caring community.
That's right. And we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever volunteered?
What kind of volunteer work have you done? Was it environmental, like cleaning parks or planting trees?
Or was it social, like helping at shelters, hospitals, or community centers?
Let's talk more generally about helping others and the power of kindness.
So, what does it really mean to help others?
Helping others means giving our time, energy, or resources to support someone who needs assistance.
And helping doesn't always have to be something big or dramatic.
That's right. It could be something major, like volunteering at a hospital.
Or it could be something small, like helping a friend with homework.
Many people think helping always means giving money, but that's not true.
Sometimes a kind word, a smile, or simply listening to someone's problems can be just as meaningful. In life, everyone needs help at some point.
Sometimes we are the ones offering support.
And other times, we are the ones receiving it. Helping others makes the world a better place.
And it brings happiness to both the giver and the receiver.
One important reason is that helping others makes people happy.
When we help someone, they feel appreciated and supported.
And at the same time, we also feel a sense of joy and satisfaction.
A simple act of kindness can brighten someone's entire day.
Helping others also builds strong relationships.
When we care for others and support them, we build trust and friendship.
People remember kindness, and it strengthens the bonds between us.
Helping others also improves our communities.
When people work together and support one another, society becomes stronger.
A community built on kindness and respect is a healthier and happier place.
Helping others also teaches us empathy.
Yes, it helps us become more patient, understanding, and compassionate.
It allows us to see the struggles of others and appreciate our own blessings.
And sometimes kindness comes back to us.
When we help others, they may help us in return someday.
Acts of kindness create a cycle of goodness that spreads from person to person.
There are many ways to help others in daily life.
And helping does not always require money.
It can involve giving your time, effort, or encouragement.
Even small actions can create a positive environment around us.
Family is the first group of people we are connected to.
Helping family members makes our home a happier and more peaceful place.
We can help by doing household chores.
We can also listen to their problems and support them during difficult times.
Helping parents with housework is a simple but meaningful act.
Taking care of younger siblings shows responsibility and love.
Assisting elderly family members demonstrates respect and gratitude.
All these small actions show care and strengthen family bonds.
Helping friends is also very important.
We can help friends by encouraging them when they feel discouraged. We can support them in their studies or careers.
Sometimes just being there to listen makes a big difference.
True friendship grows stronger when we support each other. And through helping others, we create a more compassionate world. Friends are a very important part of our lives, and helping them strengthens our relationships.
That's true. When we support our friends, we build trust and deeper connections.
We can help our friends simply by being there when they need someone to talk to.
Yes, sometimes just listening carefully can mean more than giving advice.
We can also share our time, notes, or resources with them, especially when they are struggling in their studies.
A good friend offers support during difficult times and celebrates together during happy moments.
Helping friends shows loyalty and kindness.
And strong friendships make life more meaningful and enjoyable.
We don't need to personally know someone to offer help.
That's right. Small acts of kindness towards strangers can make a big difference.
For example, giving directions to someone who is lost is a simple but helpful action.
Or helping an elderly person carry groceries across the street.
Even picking up something that someone accidentally dropped shows thoughtfulness.
These small actions may seem minor, but they can truly brighten someone's day.
Helping strangers reminds us that kindness exists everywhere.
And it creates a stronger sense of unity and trust within society.
Communities become stronger when people work together and support one another.
Volunteering in schools, hospitals, or public parks can greatly improve the place where we live.
Cleaning public spaces helps keep the environment safe and pleasant.
Donating food and clothes to people in need is another meaningful way to help.
Participating in community programs also builds teamwork and responsibility.
When people actively contribute, the community becomes happier and more successful.
A helpful and supportive community benefits everyone.
And it encourages future generations to continue the cycle of kindness.
Helping others does not only benefit those who receive help.
It also makes us feel happier and more connected to the world around us.
When we help someone, we develop qualities like kindness, patience, and understanding.
It also creates a chain reaction of goodness.
Yes, when we help one person, that person may help someone else.
And that kindness continues to spread from person to person.
Helping others may seem like a small act, but it can create a big impact.
Even holding the door open for someone or offering a kind word can brighten their day.
The more we help, the more kindness we spread.
And together, those small actions make the world a better place for everyone.
Now it's time for our English Pod audio review.
Listen to the meaning carefully, and then say the vocabulary word out loud.
Set to work vigorously.
Pitch in.
Willing to give away one's money, time, or resources.
Generous.
Give something for free to support a good cause.
Donate.
Be in a very difficult situation, especially financially.
Fall on hard times.
People who need practical or emotional support.
Needy.
Almost not.
Hardly.
Let's try that a little faster now.
Give something for free to a good cause.
Donate.
Willing to give away one's money or time.
Generous.
Almost not.
Hardly.
Set to work vigorously.
Pitch in.
Be in a difficult situation.
Fall on hard times.
People who need practical or emotional support.
Needy.
Now, say the word and then listen to it in a sentence.
Pitch in. Everyone pitched in to clean the park after the festival.
Generous. She is very generous and often donates to charity.
Donate. Many people donate clothes during the winter season.
Fall on hard times. After losing his job, he fell on hard times.
Needy. The organization provides food for needy families.
Hardly. I was so tired that I could hardly stay awake.
Donate. Every week, I donate 4 hours of my time to play with the children at the local orphanage.
That's wonderful. Donating your time can be just as valuable as donating money.
Donate. Could you donate some of your time this weekend to help us out at the soup kitchen?
I'd be happy to donate a few hours and pitch in with serving meals.
Donate. We have many volunteers who regularly donate their time to talk with the elderly residents in the nursing home.
Yes, and those conversations really help reduce loneliness among the elderly.
Generous. They gave a very generous donation to support the community center.
That kind of generous contribution can make a big difference.
Generous. This restaurant is very generous with its portion sizes, so customers always leave feeling full.
It's nice when businesses are generous, not only with food, but also with kindness.
Generous. He is known to be a generous person who always helps his neighbors.
People respect him because he shares his time and resources without expecting anything in return.
Fall on hard times. I spoke with several homeless individuals, and many of them are on the streets because they fell on hard times.
Yes, unexpected problems like losing a job can cause someone to fall on hard times.
My friend has fallen on hard times recently and had to sell her house to pay her debts.
That must be very difficult for her and her family.
Fall on hard times. I hope we don't fall on hard times during this economic crisis.
That's why saving money and supporting one another is so important.
Needy. The needy are numerous in this city, especially during the winter months.
That's why local charities organize food and clothing drives.
Needy. We need to help the needy in our country by volunteering and donating resources.
Supporting the needy strengthens our society as a whole.
Needy. There are many needy families in my neighborhood who rely on community support.
Even small acts of kindness can help the needy feel valued and supported.
Hardly. I make hardly enough money to feed my family each month.
That shows how difficult it can be to make ends meet.
Hardly. You're hardly in need of another parachute. You already have 3.
That's a funny example, but it clearly shows the meaning of almost not.
Hardly. With 5 children at home, I hardly get any peace and quiet.
I can imagine it must be very busy and noisy in your house.